How's looking
It's
today?
looking bad today. That's how it's looking. Cole gonna break some and if he don't break some shit, he gonna beat the out some shit. Oh, nice. Oh.
Could shape up the same way, where Shakur comes in and shows Teo like, yeah, okay, you've been at 140 for whatever, I'm still the better boxer. So that 10-pound gap or the 5-pound gap, it didn't matter as much as you thought. But then again, Teo saying it didn't matter to him either. That can be the case. Teo could come in and not surprise Shakur maybe, but surprise a lot of the viewing audience with his boxing ability.
Performance, Shakur showing that dimension, showing that attitude, showing that competitiveness, showing that dog like people like to show or like to talk about, and they wanted to see him.
Plays more like leaked footage you were never supposed to see. The kind that makes trainers suddenly stop smiling and fighters rewatch the tape in silence. Because from the very first moments, you can feel that something different is happening around Shakur Stevenson. And it's not loud, it's not flashy, it's unsettling. The kind of quiet intensity that creeps up on you and then suddenly someone's on the canvas wondering how they got there. Because this camp isn't built on hype. It's built on precision, suffocation, and patience that feels borderline disrespectful.
That's the second time that happened to you. Yeah. And I ain't even touch your body.
Shakur Stevenson trains intensely in camp, focusing on technique, speed, and strategy, preparing meticulously for his upcoming fight with Teófimo López.
Yeah. Hey, you know no recording sparring, right?
No problem.
3, 2, 1, work. Good spot.
Okay. Well, you're good. You're smart.
Yeah.
You think.
Yeah.
Okay. Boxing is 90% above the shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you use this here, you can whack. Okay. A few things you tighten up, it's gonna be a trap.
Yeah, you good fighting, okay? Nice one. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was fun work. Yeah.
Come here, man. Good. Come. Back.
Yeah, good, technical, both fingers, so good, world class, good to be in there with a world class operator and see how far off I am. And timing is unbelievable.
And when the sparring footage hits and Shakur drops his partner clean, it doesn't look wild or accidental. It looks planned, like a consequence, like the end of a math equation that only Shakur had finished solving. And that's the part nobody wants to say out loud. This knockdown isn't about power. It's about timing, positioning, and a fighter who's learned how to steal confidence inch by inch until there's nothing left to stand on. And watching him move through camp, you can see the obsession with detail, the way every drill is about angles, distance, and control.
Training with Shakur is amazing. A guy like me been knowing Shakur for over 10 years now. The boxing world know that we brothers and we'll never fight each other. And just being around him in his camp, man, is nothing but positive energy. And everybody wanting to be great. He's like my big brother, man. Like, he is my big brother, honestly. You know, he got all the wisdom in the world, especially when it comes to defense. So he's just making sure I stay sharp on my defense and not getting hit.
No wasted punches, no emotional swings, just a slow tightening of the trap. And when analysts like Malik Scott break it down, the message gets even colder because he's basically saying speed and athleticism won't save you here. That craft beats chaos when chaos can't land clean. And suddenly this stops being about a fun sparring knockdown and starts feeling like a warning shot aimed directly at Teófimo López.
Like TV friendly because it depends on, which either guy, what game they come with. Concerning is Shakur going to use nothing but his legs? Is Teo going to do just enough because Shakur may offset him a bit and give him a look that he never seen before? I have Shakur winning. I think Teo, concerning explosiveness, he get it. Rapid speed, he get it. But I think when it comes to the craft and fundamentals, you have to go with Shakur. To me, he's a lot more seasoned. And plus, I just believe Teófimo, he makes mistakes to me you just can't make when you're fighting Shakur.
Like what?
You can't be overcommitting. You can't approach his offense range with your lead hand down, especially since Shakur is a southpaw. Because that means if you're orthodox and you're approaching Shakur with your lead hand down, you're actually closer to what? His jab hand. And we all know Shakur got one of the best.
Because while Teófimo thrives on explosion, belief, and moment making, Shakur thrives on denial. Denying space, denying rhythm, denying hope. And this camp footage sells the idea that Shakur isn't trying to impress anyone, he's trying to erase them. And what makes it even more dangerous is Shakur's mindset throughout all of this. Calm, confident, almost casual. When he talks about beating anyone in front of him, respecting Teófimo's willingness to fight the best while simultaneously moving like a man who believes those best fighters will eventually run out of answers. And
incredible by itself. You know what I mean? We already know how the card is. We got Keyshawn on it, Jarrell Miller on it, Shushu Carrington. Like, so, you know, it's a great card, but I'm going with Shakur for the win.
Okay, with that being said, then what does Teo got to do to win?
He has to get Shakur up. How would I say this? I don't want to just make it seem like come across as if Shakur is novice, but the times that Shakur is putting himself against the ropes, this is the time that Teófimo is going to have to depend on his explosiveness. He's going to have to depend on his offset lead right hands. He's going to have, but even doing that, everything with Teo comes off his front foot, his explosiveness, his speed, everything. So it's almost like whenever the times he get Shakur up against the rope, he got to pick his shots well, but then after that he have to be ready to defend, because with Shakur, the return is always coming. So he got to go into the offensive lane.
When voices like Bernie Thaw frame this as Shakur entering his prime, while Teófimo may already be at peak physical output, the tension sharpens because primes aren't just about age, they're about timing. And this footage makes it feel like Shakur's timing is peaking at exactly the wrong moment for anyone standing across from him. And then Shawn Porter jumps in to highlight the defense-first style, the accuracy, the ability to control pace, and suddenly that knockdown feels less like an accident.
Beautiful matchup. You know, you guys have a long history in the amateurs as well. And it's nice to hear that you guys can be friends and be able to want to fight each other. But what you guys have in common is you guys want to fight the best. You know what I'm saying? So it seems to me there's a lot of mutual respect there. How does that fight play out? I mean, you gotta keep it real, right?
Hey, man, like I said, I believe I'll beat any fighter on the planet of Earth. Me at my best beats everybody, so I ain't gonna give you no prediction. But Teo is a bad motherfucker. Like, I respect Teófimo. I respect his skills. I respect that he fights everybody. Teo is not no fighter that ducks anybody. He wants to fight the best, and he'll get in the ring with anybody. So.
And more like a glimpse into how a fight unravels round by round, where frustration builds, risks get taken, and Shakur quietly collects receipts. And just when you think the tone can't get more serious, Teddy Atlas steps in like the narrator of a thriller, praising both men for daring greatness, but pointing out that Shakur's recent evolution, mixing aggression with intelligence, is the kind of upgrade that turns a slick boxer into a real problem. And that's where the suspense really hits. Because this video isn't screaming highlight reel, it's whispering control.
Shakur is approaching his prime. Teófimo is in his prime. And it's going to be a hell of a fight. I just can't wait to see it as a boxing fan. I can't wait to turn on the TV and watch all the fights, actually.
Absolutely. Steve Main, think of it a two-piece. Shakur, Devin, Keyshawn, Teo, Ryan, waiting on Boots to move up to 154. And hands down, no one in 154 and down can beat Boots. Boots by knockout.
Boots already at 154, so what are they talking about?
Yeah. But yeah, so that face-off was very interesting. You know, it seems like Teo plays a lot of mind games.
It's suggesting that while the world waits for fireworks, Shakur is preparing a slow burn that leaves no oxygen in the room. And the sparring knockdown becomes symbolic. Not proof of dominance, but proof of process. Proof that if you make one mistake, if you step half an inch too close, if you load up just once, you're not just getting touched, you're getting punished. And the scary part for Teófimo fans is that Shakur doesn't look like he's rushing toward a finish. He looks like he's perfectly fine letting the fight come to him.
And one of them was, you know, when they were talking about the when they were gonna meet, they felt like they were gonna meet later on in their career. You know, Teo was talking about the amateurs, of how good Shakur was from like 114 to like, I forget what number it was. But, you know, he emphasized that, you know, when I was at 140, you was at 130. You know, now that we here, Shakur says to him, you know, now that you see me, I'm a lot bigger than what you thought, right?
Yeah, I heard him say that. Yeah.
Then he said that in the same token, we felt like, you capitalized off of the fact that Loma was smaller than you. Big factors into the fight. Teal.
Draining energy, draining belief, draining confidence until chaos starts swinging at shadows. And that's why this inside camp footage feels dangerous, because it doesn't sell a war, it sells inevitability. And whether you believe Teófimo's explosiveness can shatter the rhythm or Shakur's discipline can suffocate the storm, one thing is undeniable after watching this. This fight isn't about who hits harder, it's about who breaks first. And if this knockdown is any hint, Shakur Stevenson isn't just training to win. He's training to make someone question everything they thought they knew once the bell rings.
Shakur sitting back and forcing Teo to come in and get him.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't see it. Teófimo has had some boring fights by himself. You know what I mean? It ain't like Shakur the only one had boring fights. He's had some big knockouts, but he's had some really boring fights too.
I was right here watching some film the other day, just trying to, set up our thing for our breakdown for the fight. And I'm like, man, it's just hard to stay tuned into this. I'm 4 or 5 rounds in. I'm like, on to the next.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna say this. I'm thinking Shakur is loving the attention he's getting from his last fight against William Zepeda. That he brought the dog out. He's finally on to hitting and moving, hitting and backing out. Well, then it's like, all right, that nigga, brother ran all night again. Back to the run. And not saying, because yes, he's a skillful fighter, but if you don't engage, they're gonna call you a runner. And he don't like that terminology. Come on now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
that's his nature. His nature is defense first, defense second, offense third.
Damn.
The thing that I like about Shakur though is, we already know the statistical numbers in terms of how much he gets hit per round and even per fight, which is
low.
But the other side of that is offensively, he's very accurate, very accurate. So while we don't like that he might throw 30, 40 punches around, he's usually on point when he throws. He don't miss.
I agree, but...
And that's the moment this inside camp footage stops feeling like training and starts feeling like a message. It's whispering a warning, the kind that lands harder the longer you sit with it. Because what you're seeing isn't reckless power or gym war bravado. It's control, calculation, and a fighter sharpening a blade that doesn't need to swing wildly to cut deep. And as fight night creeps closer, the question isn't whether Shakur is ready. It's whether chaos can survive patience when patience refuses to panic. Because Teófimo lives for moments while Shakur lives for sequences. And sequences are where confidence drains, timing breaks, and belief gets tested under pressure.
Matter as much as you thought. But then again, Teo saying it didn't matter to him either. That can be the case. Teo could come in and not surprise Shakur maybe, but surprise a lot of the viewing audience with his boxing ability and take it to Shakur.
For 6 rounds, he didn't punch.
Because I didn't let him.
You didn't let him punch?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I want to see this magic. Must be magic then, man.
Why have you been waiting for this moment?
A lot of people ain't give us the opportunity to show how great we is. A lot of the fighters, I want to say, either they ducked or found a business way not to get in front of me. And I feel like with him, he kind of gave me the opportunity of a lifetime now. Now it's like, okay, you build your career up all this time. Oh, I want to fight this guy, I want to fight this guy, I want to fight this guy. And then the moment comes and it's like, damn, it's here. Like, it kind of like turns.
I get it too. I've been in that chair. I understand that sometimes you just have to ask that question to hopefully get a soundbite and hopefully get a reaction from Teo to start something to then have a back and forth, because they're not really having a back and forth, but like, that's a terrible one. That's a stinker from Mannix.
Determined. It's a difference. I'm determined. No motivation. I have all the motivation I need. Got my family, peoples are good. I'm wealthy, healthy. Health is wealth. Determined for more. Determined for a betterment of my life.
We're just coming off the press conference where it seemed like Teófimo Sr. was doing his best to try to get you to commit to fighting the same way you did against Zepeda.
Truthfully, I fight whatever style to win. Whatever style comes up.
And if this camp is any indication, Shakur isn't chasing knockouts. He's setting traps, letting frustration do the heavy lifting, until mistakes become inevitable, and that's what makes this matchup terrifyingly compelling. Because the second Teófimo forces a moment that isn't there, the door opens, the trap snaps, and the fight changes forever, and when the bell finally rings, we won't just be watching punches. We'll be watching identity, discipline, and belief collide under the lights. And only one style walks out validated while the other gets exposed in real time.